A burst pipe? A dead water heater? The AC calling it quits? Who do you call? HomeServe is an easy way to handle unexpected home repairs with plans covering stuff basic homeowners insurance usually won't. Instead of scrambling for a contractor, you make one call to get the repair process started. Join the millions of customers who trust HomeServe right now. Go to homeserve.com/podcast for 50% less your first year. That's homeserve.com/podcast. Savings compared to renewal price, void in Florida.
We have the tech to get food delivered in 15 minutes, but we all have horror stories about buying tickets. The Game Time app gives fans the advantage. Get amazing tickets in just a few taps. Fees are included, so what you see is what you pay. And the Game Time guarantee means authentic tickets at the best price every time. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets to concerts, sports, comedy, and more with Game Time. Download the Game Time app and create an account for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your podcast host, Hanjun Lee, and you are listening to Better Golf Daily, where I introduce one concept, one research-backed idea, and one thing you can take straight to the golf course. Let's go. Have you done this? Your tee shot leaks to the right, and instead of the fairway, it is rolling into the trees. Not just near the trees, like totally into the trees. Now you finally get up there and okay, it's actually not that bad. Clean lie, plenty of room to just punch it out sideways back to the fairway. And you're looking at maybe a routine bogey. Maybe even par if you get up and down. Boring? Fine. Not a big deal. But you don't see the boring shot. You see the gap. There's a window through the branches, maybe 2 or 3 feet wide, maybe 40 yards out. And I mean, if you really catch it clean, there's a shot there. So you have to go for it. Of course you go for it. And then what happens? You catch a branch instead, because the gap was never as big as it looked from where you were standing. The ball ricochets sideways. And I don't mean like, oh, well, sideways, fine sideways. I mean like you are behind an even bigger tree now, further from the green now. And you've used an entire golf shot to accomplish basically nothing. Now, here's a part that should embarrass all of us, myself very much included. Instead of punching out this time, doing the smart play, which you should have done in the first place, you go looking for another gap, an opening, another window, because now you're mad and you've already wasted a shot. Right? And taking the safe route suddenly feels like admitting you should have done it a stroke ago. So you have to go for this hero shot number 2. And that right there is how a routine bogey turns into an 8 and how you end up writing an 8 on your scorecard while quietly hating yourself. Okay, hello? Okay, this is episode 2 of Playing the Percentages. 5 episodes on the hidden math behind the decision we make on the golf course. Our last episode, episode 51, we talked about why good players pull the wrong club when they've got a lead. Then the go for it instincts show up exactly when it shouldn't. Today, the sequel to that problem, and honestly, it might be worse. It's what happens right after a shot already goes wrong and why the next decisions is so often dumber than the first mistake. There's a research done on this. Can you believe it? Researcher named Barry Stahl, who studied this back in the 1970s. And he named his most famous paper after a Pete Seeger's anti-war song. It's called Knee Deep in the Big Muddy. He was watching how military leaders in Vietnam kept pouring more troops and more resources into a strategy that was obviously failing. And he wanted to know why. You think the instinct when something's going badly is to cut your losses, right? Bail out, minimize the damage. But Stahl found that the opposite happens. He put a couple hundred business students through a decision-making exercise. And the ones who felt personally responsible for early bad outcome didn't back off. They committed to even more resources to the same losing plan, not despite the bad result, because of the bad result. The word personally is the key, and it's the part I find most interesting because it's really not about sunk cost. It's not, well, I already spent this, so I might as well keep going. But it's about, wait for it, ego. When the first decision was yours and it went badly, backing off feels like admitting you screwed up. So instead, what do? You double down, looking for the decision that finally proves you were right all along. Here's the fix. Decide the rules before you're standing in the trees, not while you're standing in them. Something like, if I'm blocked out and I don't have a clean look at the green, my only job is getting the ball back in the fairway. Full stop. Doesn't matter how good the gap looks, doesn't matter how clean the lie is. You set that rule on the range or in the cart or the night before. Basically anywhere except for that one moment where your ego is standing right next to you, whispering that you can absolutely pull this off. And if you need a gut check in the actual moment, ask yourself this. If I hit the safe shot right now and make bogey, am I okay with that? If the honest answer is yes, and it almost always is, then take the safe shot. The only real reason not to is pride, ego. And the pride doesn't show up on your scorecard. Except it does. It shows up as a much bigger number than the one you were trying so hard to avoid. But you know what? Sometimes when you ask yourself, if I hit a safe shot right now, make bogey, am I okay with that? Sometimes answer to that is no. I'm playing match play. I'm 3 down. I got to take some risk. Okay. Then let's go for that little opening between the trees. But here's the thing. The first bad shot only costs you 1 stroke. It's almost always the decision right after it that costs you 3 or 4. And cost you the rest of your round too, if we're being honest. Because now you're steaming about it for the next 6 holes. So next time you're in trouble, let the club you pull out be so boring on purpose. Hey, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Talk to you next time. Until then, chip out. Don't dig in deeper. Okay? All right. Bye for now.